Aloha, everyone. So, I'm at home right now and I have some quiet time. I thought I'd do a reading, being that we're going into the waning moon phase into the new moon. And I just like to do readings, so I figured why not. So, I set it up with this piece of artwork I've been working on. I painted this a long time ago. And I drew the lotus flower on just a couple minutes ago. I actually like to doodle a lot. So I always kind of wanted to make a journal with like my doodlings on it and then just replicate it. Um, but I thought I'd work on the painting with doodling instead of painting it, because painting, when I paint it, it takes so much longer to paint the doodle. There's just something about the steadiness of my hand with the paintbrush. So I used Sharpies and like liquid sparkle markers when I did this lotus flower. So I'm going to do some more, but I thought, oh, I'm going to utilize this and do my reading. And then I have this compass, which I love compasses, that I've been using pretty much every day in either readings or crystal work or just to have out. Um, it just makes me feel really good when I see it. I love the 8-rayed star. I've always loved 8-rayed stars. I use it a lot in my own doodling. And then it's a compass, so I like that even more. And I wear this compass on my wrist. I wear that pretty much all the time. It hasn't come off my wrist in about, like, I don't know, over 2 months. I haven't taken it off. And compass to me is having that direction, focus, that inner compass of having an idea of where you want to go in life and continually redirecting yourself in the directions that uh, taking the direction and taking action in those directions that will take you forward into your goals, into your vision, into your desires of where you want to see yourself in the future. So that's a little bit about these pieces of artwork that's special to me. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. And moving into the cards, I am pulling from 2 decks. I have the tarot deck from Aleister Crowley. This is the little pocket-sized version, which I love. And I've said it before, one thing I like about this deck is it has the astrological signs on it. And as you know, I do astrological readings. And so when I see the combinations of the astrological uh, sign and the planet on the card, I'm like, boom, it like hits me. And I'm like, okay, I usually get a message pretty quick. Um, and that's one of the things I love about this deck. And then this deck over here is called Trust Your Vibes Oracle Cards. And we have play, be grateful, and call on your angels. And this one is just more playful to me. And a lot of times it gives you little action things you can do. And to me, I was like, okay, well, I always think, it's good to have knowledge, it's good to have intuition, it's good to have guidance where it serves you, but then it's also good to take action in the areas of your life that you can and that you feel called to move you forward in those directions you want to go, whatever they may be, each respective to their own person. So that's why I chose that deck. So, first of all, we have this is the Judgment card right here. And there's a lot of things going on in here. But the main gist of this is we're going through a phase of a judgment in our own lives, maybe more so of looking at the old and looking at new where we want to go and seeing how we can clear out the old and move forward with the new. And of course, the waning time of the moon is all about that. It's all about releasing, 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 releasing. That seems to be the mantra always. Release what no longer serves you harmoniously and to create space to move forward in ways that do serve you and do serve your life and your vision for yourself while you're here on this planet. This is the Strife card. This is Five of Wands. A lot of times this is like too much going on at once, too many actions going on. You're trying to balance and juggle this and that and this and that, and your energy is just being directed in too many ways. So this is another idea of letting go of the things that are not necessarily that important for you to take care of in the present moment. Coming back to that present moment of yourself and what's important in life, and redirecting yourself from there, rather than trying to put out all the little fires that may not be the may not need your attention or assistance. They might actually just take care of themselves. So again, having that discernment, that judgment, and seeing what you don't really need to focus on, and refocus your attention in the areas that you can make a difference and you can move forward in. Another phrase that some of my friends have used is pick the low-lying fruit. I'm sure you've heard that. Pick the fruit that is easy for you to get to right now. Don't try to get to the highest fruit in the tree. That it eventually may fall off, or you may be able to pick it later. But don't stress yourself out for something that you have no control over at the moment. Okay. Moving into the Empress card. Two major arcana cards. So when the major arcana cards come up, there's always spiritual forces in our life, right? But when the major arcana cards come up, it's like, okay, you need to pay attention to this. There's other things going on that are directing you in your pathway, and you don't necessarily have a choice in them, and that's not a bad thing. But you need to nurture yourself. The Empress card is the great mother. She's the great mother of the universe, and we all have a mother within us, whether you're male or female. It's someone who watches over you and nurtures you, and you have to learn to become that for yourself in different aspects of your life. You have to take care of yourself. Doesn't mean you don't take care of anybody else. It just means you take care of yourself and you pay attention to what you require in the moment. Whether, say, your body needs sleep or it needs food, basic necessities, your body will call out for what those are. And a lot of times people push them away and they go, oh, later, later. But this is calling for you to nurture those aspects that are needed in the moment. Take a short nap. Make yourself a healthy meal. Take time to take a walk outside, or if you won't need to exercise, go exercise. Transform the energy within and around you in a very physical way. The Empress card also is a card of creativity and growing something new, whether it's a new project or a new endeavor of travel. Well, sometimes it's travel, sometimes it's not. I just automatically think of travel because I love travel. So what is your project that you're growing in your life? So this idea of moving from the waning moon into the new moon. The new moon is a time of planting, seeding. The Empress is that essence. She, in this card, is pregnant, and so she has the seed of life within her and is growing a child. That's one aspect of it. And another aspect is what do you want to grow in your life? What seeds can you plant in the dark time so that when the spring comes around, your sprouts start to grow and your trees and your flowers start to flourish? What can you do in your own life right now? Picking the low-lying fruit, keeping that in mind, how can you move forward? So the whole idea of clearing out the old, moving forward in the direction and the ways that you're able to, nurturing those aspects of you, nurturing your body, nurturing your projects, even if it's something simple every day. Like what I've been doing is I'm focusing on opening my Etsy store again. So I've been working on like some earrings. Every day I try to do something towards it. Like yesterday I went and bought more feathers. And one of the other things I'm doing is I'm creating a little garden. So I bought some flowers yesterday. Last week I planted some seeds. I'm working on growing some white sage, which it's almost been white sage in Hawaii. I have not found it. I have looked everywhere. I feel like I still haven't found it. I've only found imported sage. So I'm really putting it out there with the intention. I really want my own white sage. So I planted some white sage seeds. I planted, a little herb garden last week. There's always little projects that I have moving forward. And then part of, the herbs, I have rosemary and lavender, and I use those and make little bundles. And I sell those in my store. So it's like I'm nurturing the garden. So it's little things. One of the things on my list is making new business cards. So I have all these little things to move forward in this direction of reopening my store, revamping everything. That's what I'm holding space for in a lot of ways and nurturing. Okay, to share with you something that I'm nurturing. So what are you nurturing? And then we have the Prince of Cups. So usually when the court cards are in our spread, they're usually representative of a person. In this case, it could be a sensitive, intuitive, understanding male, or it could be even be a female. And more so, it's the essence and the energy of someone that is supporting you in a very understanding, feeling, empathetic way, but also helping you to move forward. The Prince card is one of the cards that's an action card. All the princes are in the court cards. So taking action in ways that are supporting your feelings, that are nurturing you. And we are in the last phases of the sun in Cancer. So this would definitely connect with that, moving forward in your feeling parts of you, putting those crowning jewels of the aspects within you, nurturing the internal parts of you as we move in this last couple days of Cancer, sign of Cancer, before we go into Leo, which is that external, exuberant, soul shine essence of our being, the way we shine best in the world. So we take care of the internal stuff, and then we're able to shine outward. We clean up internally before we can shine outward. We can't have a whole bunch of blocks when we're shining outward, right? So that being said, a couple different action steps you can take is you can play. Play. Remember to play. Bashar says, play with the clay of your life. And be flexible, be joyful, and play. Remember that inner child within. Be grateful. Remember to be grateful for, there's a home here, there's a guardian angel here, there's family. I'm not sure what this would represent. It looks like a pillar. It reminds me of like a temple, or so maybe it's just structure. That's what's coming to me right now. This looks like a paintbrush or writing. I'm going to be grateful for the things, the ocean right here, the trees, the things right around you that connect you to your world at this time. A lot of times people have a practice where they write what they're grateful out before they go to sleep at night. I am grateful for da-da-da-da, and it actually, what it does is it gives appreciation and value to those areas of your life and to your life itself. It makes people feel better. It's a very positive exercise. So they call it appreciation journal. And then call on your angels. You're not alone. Call on your guardians, your ancestors of light, God, Goddess, Source energy to assist you as you move forward through these times. Whether you feel you're in a really bright space right now, or whether you feel you're in a dark space, or if just a transformational space. There's a lot going on here. Look at all these angels maneuvering around this person and opening up their brain and taking stuff out and putting stuff in and giving them new ideas. So if you're not sure how to move forward in your life, ask for positive new ideas to move forward in the ways that benefit you in your life and what will bring you the most joy in life. What are your gifts in life? Because when you can shine and give your gift of life, you're helping others. We're all in this together, right? And each effect on the world creates another effect. It creates a ripple effect, and it changes the whole, even if we can't see it in each moment. Okay, so what somebody does, on one side of the world can, assist someone else on the other, even if you can't see it. So taking that in mind as you move forward through this coming week. I believe the new moon is on Sunday or Monday, one of those days. I haven't really looked at the exact time. I did see the moon last night, or this morning. I couldn't sleep. I've been waking up like at 3:30 in the morning and been up till like 4:30. I saw the moon. It was waning less than half, and it's getting close to Venus. So I figure there'll be a conjunction in the next 3 to 4 days. So when the moon and Venus are conjunct, that is even a stronger time to continue to nurture yourself, love those around you. Not that we don't love them all the time, but express that appreciation and value and gratefulness for one another, remembering that even more so. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I enjoyed reading the cards and showing you my artwork, and I am wishing you a wonderful week and weekend, and I will talk to you later. Aloha, guys.